Hey, welcome to day 70 of my spiritual journal with me. And today is a Financial Freedom Sunday on the Soul Legacy TV YouTube podcast. So welcome. If you don't have anything to journal with, then grab something, grab a pen, grab a paper, pen and paper. I have my Soul Legacy journal. It's a notebook and I call it 365 Days of Your Spiritual Awakening Story, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. So it is Financial Freedom Sunday on the Soul Legacy TV, where we talk about spiritual business success without being broke, without doing busy work, and without being burnt out. So if you are a light worker and you want to have that financial freedom and you want to actually do your work in the world online and reaching your soul tribe, then you're in the right place to give and receive, to launch, lead, and leave your soul legacy, as I say, with ease, grace, and flow. I also have a co-author book series, which is all about spiritual awakening as well. It's called the Soul Legacy Journal, Spiritual Awakening Stories of 365. So if you have a spiritual awakening story to share, it might be around money. I had a deep, dark spiritual awakening about I call it a dark a dark decade of the soul rather than a dark night of the soul. I was homeless, I was bankrupt, all to do with finances, and I think just sharing what I went through has helped me. It's been quite therapeutic. So the co-author book series is an annual co-author book series. You can email submissions at SoulLegacyAcademy.com. That is for my students in the Soul Legacy Academy who are either in my 12-week bootcamp or in my mastermind. And so the bootcamp and the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint talks about building your author and your authority platform as a spiritual biz YouTuber. So I also host the #1 Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, where I interview fellow spiritual YouTubers on their spiritual awakening story. And we have the Spiritual Alchemy giveaway and the Spiritual Ascension after show party. So with that said, I created this spiritual journaling routine and invite you to spiritual journal with me around your spiritual business success, because I went through what I went through and I broke down my life into these 7 areas that I talk about on the Soul Legacy TV. If you haven't seen them, on a Monday I talk about contribution freedom, how you want to contribute in your light work, in your lifestyle, in the world and in your home. Health freedom is on a Tuesday, emotional freedom is on a Wednesday, environmental freedom is on a Thursday, relationship freedom is on a Friday, spiritual freedom is on a Saturday, and financial freedom is on Sunday. So today is Financial Freedom Sunday. So whatever you've done throughout your week to actually build your spiritual business, to actually get yourself out there, will impact your finances. So we have the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, where I challenge you to bank 50K in 50 days in the visible world. So I have a masterclass for that, and I'll leave all of the information in the description and in the cards down below. And also to do it vibrationally with me on this spiritual journal. So as part of my spiritual journal, I'll talk about your vibrational frequency and raising your vibration so you're in alignment with the vision that you have for your light work and your lifestyle. I have a spiritual vision board challenge to support you with that, and I'll leave it in the cards and in the description. So supporting you in your vision that you have for each area of your life, raising your vibration. I will talk about gratitude. I have my gratitude stone. I will talk about the book that I've listened to today, which was You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor, because that's what I do in my spiritual journal. I listen to a book. It might be a chapter. It might be like 5 minutes. And then this book is multiple streams of coaching income, which I was just on a teaching as part of my recording for my 5-day YouTube from scratch challenge. And books absolutely do change lives. That book has absolutely changed my life, changed my business model. And it was years ago that I read it, and I had no clue about multiple streams of income. And now I've got over 10. And I'm like, yes, I'm working on over 10. I will pull a card and I will talk about chakras, raising your energy and clearing your energy for our lead soul guided instructor, Robin Knott, with the Energy Healing TV and podcast. She talks about chakras. I don't specifically talk about chakras. She talks about chakras. She has a 7-day challenge to unblock your chakras. So I bought these crystals, the chakra crystals, and I have this one. It's a clear quartz for in Robin's World and the Energy Healing TV, as well as their 7 days to unblock your chakras challenge. Robin goes beyond that and actually brings into an energy healing lifestyle. Oh, Robin's here. Hey, Robin. Hey, love. I'll leave you up there. Robin says, hey. So in Robin's World on the Energy Healing TV, thank you, Robin, for joining me. I'm late on today because I've been recording. So Sundays, so for us on the Soul Legacy TV, it is Financial Freedom Sunday, right? On Robin's Energy Healing TV podcast, it is Crown Chakra Healing Sundays, but we do the abbreviation for both of the journaling processes. So for me, it's FFS, Financial Freedom Sunday, and I rate my vibration between a 1 and 11. So today it's an 11. If you don't know how I rate it, I'll talk about that in just a second. So my Financial Freedom Sunday frequency, how high vibe I feel, is 11. So for Robin's chakras and focusing on clearing your chakras and blocking your chakras, aligning your chakras, all the things, clearing, her day is crown chakra energy, the energy system that she teaches Sundays. So the abbreviation is CCES, right? And Robin rates between a 1 and a 10. So I just want to say, Robin, for the crown chakra, for me, it's a 10. And for Financial Freedom Sunday, it's an 11. So I write that down in my spiritual journal. And then each week on a Sunday, we come back and we see how we're rating for our chakras, how we're rating for our, how high vibe we feel, how guided by our soul we feel. And that kind of is the core and a quick way of gauging how we feel and how clear we feel for this journaling process. So the crystal again is clear quartz, and the crystal stands for clarity, focus, and visualization. So usually before I go live, I will hold my gratitude stone and I'll hold my crystal and I'll do Ho'oponopono. I didn't do that today. I'll just have it around me just to feel grounded. So Robin has done the abbreviation. I didn't look up, did I? So Robin's done Financial Freedom Sunday equals 11 for Robin. 11, 9 for Robin. Mine is 11. So the way that I rate my frequency, my spiritual journal, and I use this as a journal prompt for my spiritual journal, is when I teach my spiritual vision board challenge, and again, I'll leave the details for you. What we do is I explain really deeply about being in alignment and feeling in soul funk versus feeling in soul flow. And so if you have, say it's Financial Freedom Sunday, if you have a vision to earn a certain amount of money annually for your spiritual business, and you feel like you've got money blocks, you feel like you're not in alignment, you're telling money stories, old stories about money. If you have a bank 50k in 50 days goal and you don't feel in alignment with that goal, you don't feel worthy of that goal, you're like rich people greedy, telling all these stories, then you're not going to manifest it as easy as you could, if at all. And that's like kind of not, I never want to really say that, but if you're not in alignment, we know that our vibration. So we work on vibrating at the frequency of our vision, the things that we want to experience, and that and something better, right? So we rate between a 1 and 11, and a 1 is feeling in soul funk, and 11 is feeling in soul flow, guided by your higher self, your self guidance, just really tuned in, and just nudges, like synchronicities, all the things, like, you know, your soul path is clear, you're not in resistance. And Robin has a 5-day money blocks clearing challenge to support you in that, which goes beautifully with the Bank 50k in 50 days challenge, and beautifully because Robin says that the 5-day money blocks clearing challenge that she's got is a self-study challenge. It's $33, and she has live rounds as well to help you implement. It's a self-love journey to financial freedom for empaths and light workers. So on the Soul Legacy TV, I talk about financial freedom Sundays, right? But each day that we focus on an area of your life, contribution, freedom, health, emotion, environment, relationship, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom, that's an acronym which I call Cheers to Financial Freedom, and the frequency of that. So if you're not emitting the frequency of financial freedom or health freedom, all things, my daughter's just messaged me, and I won't tell you what she said. Right, okay. All right, so I'll tell you what she said. That had to do with financial freedom, just to say. So if you're not emitting that frequency and you're not in alignment, you want to have Robin clear your energy or support you, not have Robin clear it, have Robin support you in learning about the old stories that you have about money. And for a 5-day challenge, she's that's funny. For a 5-day challenge, that's my daughter messaging me. Oh, for real. I think it just goes away if I leave it. A 5-day challenge, you go in with your old money story and you come out with a new money story and a higher vibration. So I'm laughing because I messaged my daughter something to do with financial freedom, and she actually said, what the, like, she's 19, so she's allowed to say that. I always go, Mia, don't swear. But that just made me laugh. I want to share that with you. But yeah, the vision for financial freedom for me has been a long time coming. I've been homeless, I've been bankrupt, I've been all things, and I had my 2 children. She's still messaging me. She's messaged me about a barn conversion. That is funny. So with Robin's rating on the Energy Healing Lifestyle TV, I don't even know like how I can even recover. She absolutely cracks me up. It is Crown Chakra Energy Sundays. So Robin says an 8. So usually when we do our spiritual journaling, and I'm going to read a card just to distract myself. I should turn off notifications, but it's funny. It's an inside joke. So she's putting me off. As we do our journaling, and do you know what? Let me read the card because my daughter's literally putting me off. Sorry, I apologize. I don't usually do that, but she's absolutely cracking me up. Robin says, "Oh, that's what we do in the journal. We do the rating, and then we see what we rated last week, and then we set the intention to rate higher this week." Let me do that. So, Robin, do you have your rating from last week in your journal? Robin does the Energy Healing Lifestyle. My daughter's good because I don't go live normally, so she doesn't think I'm live. I normally go live in the morning, so she doesn't think I'm live. Otherwise, she wouldn't barrage me with a bunch of messages. But the beauty of working from home, beauty of working from your phone, is you're just human. So my rating last week was an 11. And so what we do every day is rate our frequency, our Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency, and then we add it up today. So you want to look back. If you haven't done it, it's fine. Look back at contribution freedom. Mine was a 10. I haven't added up my score. For health freedom, it was a 9. For emotional freedom, it was a 10. For environmental freedom, it was a 10 today. Oh, this week was lower for me. And then relationship freedom was a 10. Oh my gosh, spiritual freedom was a 10. And financial freedom today is a 10. So I've knocked, you get a score between 1 each day, which would be a 7 at the end of the week, or 11. And on a Sunday, you'd see how high vibing you are, whether you're 77. And last Sunday, I was 72. And now I've got to take off those. So I'm probably about 70 or something like that, vibing. So you'll see each week if you've got your daily rituals and routines that are supporting you out of the humanness into that soul guidance. So Robin says this week, a dipping into humanness. And whatever triggered you this week, when you look back, thank you, Robin, when you look back, part of the spiritual journal is so that you look back, write your thoughts, write your feelings down, write your journal prompts down on all of the things, and see why you dipped, where you dipped, and how you can manage that even better. For the following week. Robin says yes to clearing the money block. Absolutely. As Robin says, absolutely. So that the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, I share what I actually spend my vibrational money voucher on today. So I'm going to do that after I've done the card. Robin says financial freedom is self-love. Bank 50k in 50 days. Woo! Robin says, I switched journals this morning. I forgot to keep last week's handy for your life. That's okay, love. It's absolutely fine. And so for anyone who's just watching, it's like, that's what we do with the Bank 50k in 50 days challenge. So we spend our vibrational money so that we can feel the feeling of clearing the money blocks, right? Like actually becoming a version of you that has like an extra 7k in a week. And what would you spend it on? Do you know what I mean? It's beautiful. And then I teach you how to build a spiritual business that can actually handle that. I'm down to read actually what my daughter actually wrote. She's absolutely so funny. So I've been doing my Bank 50k in 50 days challenge and my tapping, and I'll talk about it more as the weeks go by. All right. So I pulled a card from Keepers of the Light today for us, for you, that way. This is a card deck by Carl Gray. And obviously when I'm pulling it, I'm every single day I pull a card and I'll say what freedom it is. So what day it is. So today it's financial freedom. And this card didn't jump out, but it twisted to the side. I'm like, yeah, we'll have you. So this is Kutami. I think, how you say it? Kutami. And it says a cloak of wisdom. A cloak of wisdom. Now, I've been dropping my wisdom today in my recordings. I'm just saying, I've gathered a lot of wisdom from a lot of books, a lot of things, a lot of teachings, a lot of life experience. I'm going to be 49 this year. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I've got wisdom. Yeah, I feel like I can share it and impart it. So a cloak of wisdom, it says, you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So I believe this is for me, but I also believe it's for you. So it is Financial Freedom Sunday. So a cloak of wisdom, when you're a light worker and you've got a spiritual business and you want to get out there, like you're sharing your wisdom on my co-author book series that I featured in, not that I host, I actually share it's time to turn your wounds into wisdom, and it's 1333. And whenever it's 1333, that's what I think of. It's time to turn your wounds into wisdom, as your spiritual awakening story, your spiritual ascension, and spiritual alchemy. That's what this spiritual journal is about, and tuning into wisdom and owning it. And I think sometimes we forget to own it. And if you forget to own it, and you're in my world, if you're in Soul Legacy Academy watching this, and you come on the Seven Freedoms frequency monthly coaching calls around the Seven Freedoms, I'm going to call you out so you own it, just so you know. So this is a card. I'm going to read it. So Kutami, this is what it kind of says. It's pronounced, I don't know if it is an ascended master who appears as a well-dressed Indian man with a golden aura. See his golden aura. Actually, there's a snake around him there. A golden aura. His teachings were brought to the world by Madame Blavatsky, I think it is, in the 19th century. There are many different theories as to his true identity. Many believe he was a wandering man known as Rishi in India, dedicated to walking the path of spirit with very few material possessions. Financial Freedom Sunday, very few material possessions. I'm a minimalist. I didn't even realize how minimalist I am. My mum, I would say she has is the opposite of that. I feel like she has a lot of clothes. She's like, where's all your furniture? Do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be real. So I grew up in that environment, and plus she downsized home from a 4-bedroom to a 2-bedroom. And so I think the house kind of came with her. She'd like really get me for saying that. But I'm a minimalist, and I think I was influenced by that. So material possessions, I like nice things. I really do like nice things. However, I don't have to have a lot of things. I like quality things and expensive things, but I can live without them. And I have lived without them, and I've gone without, and I've sacrificed on this spiritual journey to spiritual business success. I've sacrificed a lot. I've invested in the business rather than this, this, and this. Do you know what I mean? Like really, and my daughter's been witness to that. So material possessions, it's okay to have them with the Bank 50K in 50 days. It's more for me experiences. So others believe, although I want my bank conversion, right? It's like that's a big fat material possession. Absolutely. I was homeless, right? So I'm like, okay, bank conversion is beautiful. Anyway, so others believe him to have been well educated, Sikh spiritual leader who was given a pseudonym to protect his identity. I believe that he lived a high life, but through spiritual practice was able to let go of his need for material possessions. Now he helps light workers go beyond the limits set by others and cultivate a personal connection to God. Robin says, gotta get dinner ready. We'll be back for what I missed. Love you, billions. Love you too, beautiful. Thank you, Robin, for joining me. So knowledge is learned, wisdom. I've got to go watch Robin's live as well, so I'll do that. Knowledge is learned, wisdom is remembered. So knowledge is learned, wisdom is remembered. You are a real cloak of wisdom now. So this is for you. Like Kutumi, you have been on a wandering path, trying to find answers through study and insights of others. Absolutely, especially on YouTube, right? And books and stuff. But now you are uncovering the truth of your own soul. Yay! SoulLegacyTV, launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy and doing it with ease, grace, and flow, right? Boom. Your soul is leading the way and you are being encouraged to follow. How we launch our day, lead our day, and leave our day, that is our soul legacy expressing. I love it. You are encouraged to follow. Your soul is leading the way and you are being encouraged to follow. The fog is clearing. The light has come and is shining on you. Your soul is saying yes, it's your cheerleader. Follow it and trust the endless wisdom within you. Go, go, go. That is Financial Freedom Sunday. And I'm laughing because what my daughter is messaging me about, that is completely relevant to me right now. Love it. All right, so the Soul Income Game, Bank 50K in 50 days, the vibrational money voucher that the Soul Legacy Journal gives you, we spend it on every single day. And so the rules are to banking 50K in 50 days, doing it vibrationally first. If you want me to support you in building a spiritual business model that can handle and hold space and you can serve, show up, speak out, and serve deep for passive income streams, leveraging income streams, and schedule out your spiritual business so that you're not busy, you're not broken, you're not burnt out, then I invite you to my masterclass for spiritual business YouTubers and join me on the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge. In the meantime, let's spend our vibrational money voucher. I give you, or the Soul Legacy Journal gives you, we play the Soul Income Game, Bank 50K in 50 days. This is our Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency journey, meaning that what we have on our spiritual vision board, we want to have experiences. We want to contribute in the world. We want to have our health. We want to have our emotions aligned. We want to have our environment aligned, our relationships, our spirituality, and our finances. So we want to give out in the world, serve, 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 and receive in financial freedom. So the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge, we give you, the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars or euros every single day. I'm in the UK, so I got like £1,000 every single day through the week throughout like 50 days. So I challenge you to do it for 50 days. Just feel the energy of money, right? A new energy in a new way. And so you spend it on the things that are on your vision board. So you don't have to wait for your vision board to manifest, for your vision board to manifest before it does, for it to manifest. You want to feel the vibration, right, of freedom, of banking 50K in 50 days and celebrate, right? So we want to spend it and making memories, doing the things that are on your spiritual vision board, making memories with your soul family, your soul clients, and your soul tribe. So spend it. So every single day we spend 100 of that. We type 10% to a worthy cause, and the worthy cause that I type to is the cruise bereavement care. because when I went through one of my spiritual awakenings, and I've been through a lot of losses, which tend to be part of my spiritual awakening and part of my journey. Don't know why my soul agreed to it, but I've experienced a lot of losses, and the loss of my son 7 years ago. So I tied 10% to Cruise Bereavement Care because they supported me, like literally supported me so much. One of their volunteers didn't even get paid, and she sat on my couch with me for months and months, and I literally am so grateful. So I can donate to Cruise Bereavement Care through Much Loved through my son's page, right? If you're part of the masterclass, there's a link in the bonus gifts that you can type if you want to as well. So you type 10% to a worthy cause. You don't get to spend the money that the Soul Legacy Journal gives you on bills or utility bills. They're all taken care of. I want you to come from the vibration that your spiritual business is such a success. All of your bills are taken care of. So if you're banking 50k in 50 days in the real world in your business, how would that look and feel? Your bills would be taken care of, because everything, before you ever spent any money, your bills would be taken care of. So I want you to feel that feeling, feel that. It's about going from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness, and not saying I don't need the money in my spiritual business. It's welcoming the more money you receive in your business for your services, the more people you are serving. So if you're not receiving that money, then you're not serving hard and you're not enrolling hard. And so that is what I want for you. So we spend it, and we spend it on the memories. If you don't feel like spending money every single day, what I do is I give you the rule of, you know what, carry it over. Carry that £1,000 over, that 900, what's left. If you see something throughout the week and you want to spend the money, spend it. You've got money. So you don't go all week, oh, I've got no money to buy that. Yeah, pull out your vibrational money voucher and spend it vibrationally, right? I don't spend my money every single day anymore. I did when I first developed this, and I was like, do you know what? It felt like a chore. And when I didn't spend my money, I felt guilty that I didn't spend my money. So, and sometimes I wanted to make a bigger purchase, and I couldn't with £900. And so today I spent my vibrational money voucher, and I said I'd share what I spend my money on. So today I spent my vibrational money on a new iMac, a desktop, because my desktop died a death. And I'm on a laptop, which doesn't feel the same. Very grateful for it, don't get me wrong. But I spent £3,000 on that, and I was like, yes, I added all of the things, all the extras, all of the terabytes, all of the storage, all of the memory, all the keep adding tracking, all the things. It was beautiful. I'm like, yes, I'll have it all. I'll have the deluxe everything. Right? It was really, really cool. And so I don't have that on my vision board actually, but I have doing my work in the world on my vision board. So that, and it felt really good to spend it. It's like, absolutely, like abso-stinking-lutely, as Robin would say. So you actually go and have a look at the things. I would go to the shop and spend it vibrationally, or go online and spend it and have it, like, visualize it being delivered, visualize yourself opening it, visualize yourself announcing it, visualize your kids using it, or your spouse using it, or whoever using it. Do you know what I mean? Like, beautiful. So I also bought lighting because I want a YouTube, a studio. I've always thought, oh, I'll have a studio. So I bought some lighting, bought a new camera for like videoing and YouTubing, all the things. I didn't actually spend all of it. I might spend the rest of it, or I just like, if you don't spend it, you lose it. So I'm like, can't lose at my own bank 50k in 50 days game. But I spent it and I felt really good. Part of this journaling and doing the spiritual journal this way, and using this as a prompt to heal your relationship with money, you don't then want, or you don't feel a lack, right? I'm like, what am I going to spend my money on this week? I'm like, I don't even know, right? Because I'm doing the back 50k in 50 days. You might want to do it 50 days. You might want to keep doing it. This game was inspired by the book Ask and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks and Abraham. And they have a prosperity game, and they give you, they say spend 1,000, then 2,000, then 3,000, then 4,000. If you spend like that for a year, you spend 66 million. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money that I just didn't want to use the energy of doing that. And then there's a book that I used to listen to, and I have listened to recently, called Prosperity Consciousness by Frederick Lerman. And he does a similar game, not the tithing and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I listened to this years ago and didn't realize that that book had impacted my life. I always gave credit to Ask and It Is Given. So he says, if you spend that 1,000 every day for, I think it's 2 years, 9 months, something like that, 2 years, 7 months, you'll spend $1 million. And I'm like, yes. So, you know, millionaire in the making. All right. So guided millionaires in the making is what I say. So the book that I listened to today was a very small snippet, was You Were Born Rich, and by Bob Proctor. Did I even put this on here? Where is it? Yeah, You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. So he says, the bit that I listened to, he says, every moment is a different moment. The moments of yesterday, your past, you paid for that. Every moment is a different moment. You get to make a choice and you get to create your life by design. Every single area, you get to create your life by design. You were actually born rich, right? If you haven't listened to that book, listen to it. It's amazing. Love it. No, not chakras. Done the card. Gratitude. Boom. Well, this is going to be a quick one. I want to go read what my daughter read. So we do, have I done everything? Did I do the quote for the day? Did I do the quote for the day? I didn't, did I? Did I? Oh, we have to have the quote for the day. We can't be not having the quote for the day. So I didn't even look at my notes. So the quote for today, before we do gratitude and wrap up, pretty cool. So Robin, you haven't missed that much, is look for something positive each day, even if on some days you have to look a little harder. That's a quote by Unknown. So Unknown, don't know who it was. It says Unknown. So the quote is, look for something positive each day. So we're intentional living. This is us living in alignment with our values, living in alignment with our vision, and raising our vibration, right? Excuse me. So look for something positive each day, even if some days you have to look a little harder. So looking for something positive each day. We do that with our gratitude. This is This is our gratitude stone. My daughter gave it to me. She's 19 now. She gave it to me when she was little. She's like, look, Mommy, there's a stone. Hey, we can do our gratitude. And we used to pass the stone around. And I just hold it. It's my gratitude stone. And I always think of my daughter when I do it. And I'm just really super grateful. So how we do the gratitude, or gratitude for intentional living, for the 7 freedoms, for the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency, to emit that frequency, we want to be using our spiritual journal to vibrate at the vibrational frequency we want to witness in the world. So I pull in all of the 7 freedoms, all of the Cheers acronyms. So contribution freedom, again, health freedom, emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom. And we want to think of one thing that we're grateful for each of the freedoms. So essentially 7 things that we're grateful for each of the areas. So yes, it's financial freedom. Sunday I've got my blue t-shirt on. That represents financial freedom for me on my Soul Legacy wheel, and I'll talk about that on the Spiritual Vision Board Challenge if you haven't gone through it, to get you really clear on what you intend to contribute in return for the money. And so we pull in all of the 7 freedoms. So use this as your spiritual journal prompt in your spiritual journal. You can either speak it out as a journal or write it down. I haven't done any prompts today. I usually do. I've been recording today. Super happy and grateful for that. And so you want to, for me, I say, I'm happy, I'm grateful, and I appreciate all the things, right? I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate it. So you can use that as your spiritual journal prompt. I'm happy, I'm grateful, and I appreciate. So something that you're happy and grateful and appreciate for each of the 7 freedoms, right? So just write down C for contribution freedom, H for health freedom, E for emotional freedom, A for environmental freedom, R for relationship freedom, S for spiritual freedom, and F for financial freedom. So something that you're grateful for each of the 7 freedoms. And then some people do say, well, I don't know, I haven't got anything to be grateful for. I can't think of anything. I don't feel very grateful. And we do want to be expressing gratitude. So I like to think of with the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency, that you're grateful for the things that are in the past, the things that are in the present, and the things that are in the future. So you can bring that gratitude for something in the past, for your contribution or your health and your emotion and your finances, when it was really good. Bring that feeling in the present if things are going great, and something in your predicted future on your vision board. So regardless, you can't say I don't have anything to be grateful for. You do for each area. So say like if it's health, and you're not, say, at the weight that you want to be at, right? And you're like, but there's a time that you would have been, or there's time when you will be. So you appreciate, you say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate whatever it is, right? So do that for your spiritual journal prompts. That is the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. And so if you want me to support you in doing your Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, again, Robin Knott has the 5-day money blocks clearing challenge, a self-love journey to financial freedom. So she'll support you in that, clearing the clearing the energy so you can have that financial freedom goal. And Robin also has her boot camp and her book and stuff coming up. So just subscribe to Robin's channel if you haven't already. Again, it's the Energy Healing TV. Robin is our lead soul guided instructor for the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network and for the SoulLegacyAcademy.com, which I'm the producer of and founder of. Okay, so as part of this spiritual journal and as part of this spiritual success journey for light workers, for me, I wanted to support you, and there's several ways that I support you in the Bank 50K 50 Days challenge. The first stop is my Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass, and I share with you how to speak to, serve, and sign up your soul clients online, and use your YouTube channel to do that, to actually reach your soul tribe. So I will leave the information in the comments, in the pinned comments on the SoulLegacyTV, and in the description. You'll see that I have a playlist for all of these spiritual journal with me. So you'll see it in one of them, and go to the SoulLegacyTV YouTube podcast, subscribe, share this video out if you've liked the Financial Freedom Sunday. Invite a fellow light worker in, and click the notification button for when I go live. I go live every single day. So that Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass will go live on the Soul Legacy TV. Invite somebody in if you know that they could use some help or they want to do the challenge with you. I have masterclass bonuses, homework, and that's housed within. That was an alarm to read Think and Grow Rich. I'm on this late. So all books help. And if you're in the mastermind, we do Think and Grow Rich together. Okay, so I have my book, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul guided influence compass, leveraging your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. And so you can pre-order my book right now. When it's off pre-order, it'll be $5.55. I have a free chapter that you can have. Absolutely. You'll see my book launch videos that go with that. So launch the book, write the book, taking a year to write the book. And then I have a free chapter VIP day where I share with you. It's a group VIP day. So if you go to the masterclass, you'll get the coupon code to jump on that. It happens every 50 days-ish. The masterclass happens live on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. You can get the replay as well. And so on the free chapter VIP day, I'll share with you how to start, structure, and grow a successful spiritual business online and on YouTube, and launch a #1 best-selling book. So my book went to #1 bestseller on Amazon within a week of me launching the pre-order. That is because I launched it that way. The co-author book series, again, I will invite you on the masterclass if you want to share your spiritual awakening story in the co-author book series, providing that there's space in there. And that is for my boot campers, the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint. You'll see that. I'll share with you on the masterclass more of how you can work with me if you choose to have that Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency. I love it. Again, I'm the host of the #1 Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, which you'll see around here, and you can subscribe to the Soul Legacy TV. That is it. That is probably one of the quickest lives on Financial Freedom Sunday. I love you. I think you're amazing. Thank you for sharing this time and space with me. Share this out, invite a fellow light worker in, and I shall speak to you soon. Mwah. Big love. Take care.